Hi, this is Ross Barefoot on behalf of Horizon Web Marketing, and this is another one of our videos designed to help you have a better understanding of some of the basics of search engine marketing so that you're more aware of how it affects your business. Now, in this particular video, what we're going to do is explain a little bit about local search and how it might be affecting your business and you're not even aware of it. Normally when people ask me how they can get more visibility in Google, I'll start by asking, well, which Google are you talking about? Now, of course, people may think there's only one Google, but I'm going to demonstrate that there's actually a few different flavors of Google. First of all, let's talk about the type of Google search results that people think of when they say, hey, have you Googled something? And when I'm talking about the type of Google, I'm basically talking about the type of results that Google brings back to a person that's using Google to do their search. Let's take an example. I'm just going to take an example of a search and just pull something out of the blue. Let's use, for example, best cities to live in. All right, so if I go to run that search, I'm of course going to have the box for my query, and I type it in. Won't type the whole thing in because, after all, search engine marketing is boring enough without having to write too much. Now, once you type that in, click to perform the search, you'll get back, as I'm sure you're aware, a bunch of text listings. They're typically 3, sometimes 4 lines long, and you're typically going to get about 10 listings to a page. And that's your search results. And of course, that's what we're used to for the last 10, 15 years on the internet. That's how we've been finding things. But there's a different flavor of Google at work. It's actually been around since about '07, but still it's subtle enough that it's off of a lot of people's radar screen. And that will kick in if you perform a different kind of search. Now, let's say, for example, that instead of best cities to live in, I decided that I was going to search on the phrase concrete contractors. Pretty ordinary phrase. Concrete contractors. And I go ahead and perform a search. What's going to come back is going to look a little bit different than the first time when I did that search. First of all, with regard to this particular search, and this is actually fairly typical, but there's going to be some ads. So at the top of this block, you're going to have some ads, and then down the side, you're going to have some more ads. But then other than that, if you look below the ads, you'll see the same types of searches starting to show up. So you've got your listings, 3 or 4 lines, starting to display down the page. Now there's one key difference, and the hallmark of this difference is going to be shown by what happens in the top right of the search engine results screen. If you do this search, typically in most areas, you're going to get up at the top here a map. And on that map, you're going to see some push pins. And the push pins are going to have letters in them. So this is going to show you that this page is a little bit different, and it'll typically show you a map for your area. So the other difference that you're going to see on this search engine results page is down here. And you're going to see after about 3 results, there will be a lot of results that show up that are formatted a little differently than the first few results. And next to them, they'll have letters. So A, B, C, and those letters will be in little representations of the same push pins that you see on the map, and of course, those are keyed to the map. And you know, everybody is familiar with seeing this, and they'll see this type of thing, and they won't stop to pick it apart and analyze it. What I want you to understand is how this is going to affect your business website or your business and how visible you are in the Google search results. Now, typically, these here are called local search results. And local search has been called in the past Google Places, Google Maps, Google Local. Actually, the most accurate description now is what Google uses is Google plus Local. And this is these listings here are drawn from a different database than the listings for your traditional, what we would call organic Google search results. Now typically this block of local listings is going to be up to a maximum of 7 different listings. And as a matter of fact, it's even called the 7-pack. And overall, we call this type of display where you have some organic traditional listings here and then some local results mixed in is an example of what we call a blended search results page, because it's blending the traditional type of Google results with local Google results. Now let's say, for example, that your company had in the traditional Google results, let's just say hypothetically that your listing would show up number 4 on this page. Well, if it was number 4 in Google's traditional organic results listings, here's where it's going to show up. This is number 1, 2, 3. Then you have your block of up to 7 local results. And then you're going to have the next in line of the organic results. So your number 4 listing, you probably can't even see it on the camera, is going to be way down the page. And in fact, you're going to have 3 plus 7, that's 10 listings above you. Even though you're number 4, you're basically going to be almost invisible unless somebody is very patient and scrolls all the way to the bottom. This is one of the areas where blended search results pages and local results are having a dramatic impact on a lot of websites that might otherwise see traffic. So the bottom line for your visibility on this search page, that if you needed to be visible for the phrase concrete contractor, you'd better show up for the particular customer that you're trying to reach. You better show up in the first 3 of these traditional organic results, or you need to be present and highly listed in the local results. Now, the one other thing you need to know is how Google determines which map is going to show up here and which area of local results they're going to display. You'll notice that in this example, I didn't type in concrete contractors Las Vegas, which is where this search is being conducted. It's in Las Vegas. So I didn't even have to put Las Vegas in for the Las Vegas map to show up. And that's because typically most computers identify their location to the internet. And so Google, if they see that someone is performing a search query, they can typically gauge pretty closely where that search query is coming from. And so if a person was searching concrete contractors in Phoenix, they'd be getting a map of Phoenix and they'd be getting local Phoenix results. Now I know that doesn't really give you a good idea of how you get into these local results. What you need to know is it's a bit different as far as how you rank in local search results compared to how you rank in traditional Google search results. There are some things that affect your rankings in one that don't affect them in the other. There are some things that are shared. There's some things that are crossover, but it's pretty dramatically different in terms of how you end up ranked in Google Local. Now, if you'd like to learn more about that, of course, you can do your own research online. There's lots of resources out there for telling you what you need to do to rank for Google Local Search. One of the easiest things you can do, though, is also contact Horizon Web Marketing. Now, if you, let's see, if you look up, there's a phone number probably up here at the top right of the web page, and it seems like, yeah, down there, there's a Contact Us link at the bottom. So those are a couple of ways that you can get in touch with us and ask any follow-up questions. Now, another thing that you can do to educate yourselves is subscribe to our blog on horizonwebmarketing.com, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or bookmark this site, or sign up for our newsletter. Any of those ways to try to stay in touch. What we will do in the future is we're going to continue to build out our videos that help average business people to understand some of the ins and outs of search marketing, because that's one of the most dramatic ways that you can improve your business in this day and age. So I hope this has been useful, and I hope you join us for another video down the road. Again, my name is Ross Barefoot. On behalf of Horizon Web Marketing, thank you very much for watching.